following journey into comics.
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 Network.
Production.
We're gonna fuck the sodomites in the dick!
Warning. Podcastrophe imminent. This is Podcastrophe with Dick and Tyler. And Matt coming at you with a fistful of heritage on a podcast where anything goes and there are no safe spaces. This is Podcastrophe.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Podcastrophe, episode 94. We are edging ever closer to episode 100, and I have nothing planned for that. Like, you would think I would have something big planned for it, but you know me, 30% over here. No, I just, for a show like this, it's hard to really plan something big unless it's like something we've done before, like Drunk Catastrophe or whatever. But that, in order for it to be the main show, it has to be on Tuesday, and we can't really do a Drunk Catastrophe on a Tuesday. I have work in the morning. Other people, the other co-hosts have work in the morning. Everyone else has work in the morning, more than likely. So, no. But yeah, this is Podcastrophe, that podcast where we talk about basically anything and everything. We don't really hold back. We just try to be decent people and teach the world to be decent people. And it's just me today. No co-host, no nothing, just me. Yeah, my main co-host, Tyler, he had to work. He's working pretty hard lately. He's going to be working a lot of hours these next couple weeks. So kudos to him. Matt, I don't know why he's not here, but he's not here. So hopefully he's here next week. But next week I actually have a pretty cool show planned out if everything goes according to plan. We're going to talk about the HBO miniseries Chernobyl. I know we're a couple weeks late to that, but you know, I just finished it. I finished about 2 weeks ago, and I just finally decided, you know what, I want to have people on the show to talk about Chernobyl. So we're just gonna do that, and gonna adjust some settings real quick so I can hear myself in my headphones. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Chernobyl. I got a couple people contacted, and hopefully going to get them in here next Tuesday. I officially am on shutdown as of this coming Saturday, so you might actually be seeing a lot more streaming from me, a lot more content, hopefully, if that's what you guys want, at least. But yeah, so I don't really have much to talk about today. I just wanted to kind of jump on here and see what happens, and hopefully people enjoy it. For those watching, throw stuff in the comments that you might want me to talk about, maybe videos you want me to react to. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. I had a guest, possibly. He told me Saturday night at the bar, "Hey, Ben, I can be on your show now." So I was like, sweet. How about this Tuesday? And he's like, nah, or he did. He's like, yeah, dude, I'll be there. And then so I messaged him last night, nothing. I messaged him today, nothing. And he messaged me as soon as I was like I had just started the live stream and everything. So that's fun. Ivelo Solav. I hope I said your name right. If you need, I can change the accent too. But he says, "Is that a Ghost Fret in the back?" Yes, that is a Chapman Ghost Fret guitar. I love that guitar. That was like my first really good guitar. Like I spent some fucking money guitar. I think I paid like $900 for it, and it's worth every penny. It's the first model. It's the first model of the Ghost Fret, I believe. First model that I know of. I don't know of how long it goes back. I think they're actually celebrating like 8 years of it, which is weird. I didn't know they were doing it for that long, but I've had it for 4 years now. No, 3. I've had it for 3 years. He says, "Nice. I really want one." Get it. Absolutely. It's worth every penny. Honestly, I would say any Chapman guitar is worth every penny. So yeah, save up the money, go get it. Riff City Guitar or Reverb. I'm pretty sure it'll be on Reverb. I'm pretty sure they both offer financing options through Affirm, so you can make easy payments on it. I think I paid like $80 a month for 12 months. So, and I'm fairly certain even like the lower end Chapmans, which are $4.99, I believe. I haven't played them. I can't really verify, but if it's Chapman. It's like getting a PRS. You know, if you get like the $400 model, you're still getting a fucking Paul Reed Smith, and they're good. Like you just can't beat a Paul Reed Smith. You can't beat, in my opinion, a Chapman. Chapman, I think, is coming along, and I think they're the new Paul Reed Smith. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. They're the new Paul Reed Smith. Yeah, I love that guitar. It sounds so great. Other than that one and my PRS that I got after that, that both of those guitars sound the best when I record. And when I record, I just record straight to my interface. I don't mic up a cab or anything. But yeah, keep those comments coming. Let's talk. I want to talk to you guys. Let's do it. I'm here for you. So anyway, just I only had like one thing in mind, and it kind of hit me up last second. Let's see here. Yeah, it kind of hit me last second. My good friend Keegan, he just out of nowhere was like, "Hey, let's or no, that's not how it went at all. He's like, dude, somebody finally reviewed our latest album, Garbage, on Encyclopedia Metallum, the Metal Archives." And I'm like, awesome. Come guest on the show tonight and let's talk about it. He's like, I can't. I'm like, damn it. That was like my final last-ditch effort to get somebody on the show tonight. So it didn't work. That's okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this. Holy shit. Comments all over the place. I don't know what's going on here. What? Oh, what the fuck? This is not even me. What is going on? Video is ended. What the fuck? Sorry for those listening. We are experiencing technical difficulties with the live feed. I'm wondering. So, we are back. I'm recording again. We are good. I'm only streaming to Facebook now, no Twitch, no YouTube. So, sorry about you guys if you watch on YouTube or Twitch. I doubt you do. We don't really get a lot going there. But the chat's popping up now, so that's awesome. Austin Hill, he says, I am so alone. Yes, I am very alone right now. AJ, you were quiet. I freaked out. Sorry. I don't know what happened. But I'm here. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and read from the Encyclopedia Metallum for Car Door Dick Smash's latest release, Garbage. This is a review. This is the only review of the album so far. We're going to go ahead and read it. This is for you guys. This is for Car Door Dick Smash. All right. The name of this album describes the band perfectly. 0%. This written by Evil Allen, May 30th, 2019. So here we go. Here we go again with these annoying idiots. This time they must have read all the reviews about their material on Metal Archives. Why else would they mock themselves by giving us something even worse than before? Fuck these pathetic scumbags. They're a bunch of inbred hillbillies who have a cannibalistic disorder. They feed off of words instead of human flesh, apparently. How do we know if this is true? We know not. It's just a fucking metaphor. Or is it? The point is, the first few seconds of And My Brain has already been filled with chemicals from Adolf Hitler's gas chambers. The only way to really explain these lunatics is by suggesting they need mental help. And so do I, for even wanting to come back and give these guys a listen. I'll ask my quack of a doctor for some Prozac. Maybe. But seriously, fuck these guys. Let's jump into this and explain why this clowns should have... Wow. That, like, the way he wrote this, like, threw me for a loop there. and explain why this clowns, it should be these clowns, should have their imagination stripped away forevermore. All right. With these filthy fucks, the issue is they're so filled with shit up their ass that they're just hitting random guitar riffs. Like, it sounds like a fucking murderer trying to make the guitar bleed by using the force of their fingers to make noise with it. The riffs aren't smooth. They're as rough as a teenage male with acne. All the riffs sound so randomized. It's almost as if everything is a fucking sound check. Well, they better have a sound check with their actual music, because it fucking blows worse than a damn leaf blower. What I think these idiots thought of was Hank Hill suggesting something like, I'll be, these guitar riffs kick ass. My Hank Hill impression is not spot on, by the way. So I'm just going to read it. Where was I? These guitar riffs kick ass, and I'm going to kick your ass too. You can't even hear the driving force of the bass because it's obscured by the overly powerful and annoying guitars. It's like screaming until your lungs bleed and leak out your mouth from an overly loud concert that probably should be shut down. Yep, it goes on. This is a long review. Someone actually put some like real thought into this, and that's crazy to me. I mean, if you read the other reviews, same thing. I wonder if he did one of the other reviews too. All right. This honestly captured Cardboard Dick Smash's Cardboard Dick Smash pretty well, to be honest. But that's what makes it good. Blows worse than a leaf blower. I don't know. Leaf blowers are pretty badass at blowing, so poor analogy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for beefing up Cardboard Dick Smash. Not that they need it. I think they're badass. I like them. I like Cardboard Dick Smash. All right, continuing on. The artwork is green, just like garbage. Also the name of this album, which is Garbage. Something that the band actually got right. And they're so junk as it is, yet they have to have a retarded name like that for a record. It's designed better than their previous artworks, at least. I suppose it does take some talent, sarcasm, to create absolute horseshit like Vomit artwork like this. Fuck. I like Cookie Monster suffering from... I feel annoyed by all the vulgarity brought to the table. The low-ass vocals sound like Cookie Monster suffering from leprosy, probably caused from all those crack-filled cookies. The normal-sounding, clean vocals are a joke, too. They sound like a teenage kid losing a fist fight. And I even hear Fry screaming, too, something that Danny Filth does and is actually good at, not like these guys. The vocalist can't even hold a note for more than maybe 2 seconds. Their songs are so short, loud, dumb. I swear these guys just recorded the first things that came to their head and didn't scrap a single idea. The vocals and guitars are like the prime rib here. Drums sound like they were composed from a fat-bottomed gorilla who hasn't eaten a banana in years. Completely wild and over-the-top, randomized drumming. Anything to make it blend, even if it sounds bad, which it does. Good job there, pal. Which it does. It's also quieter on the mix than the vocals and guitars. Any break I ended up getting is when the each song ended and a new one was about to begin. I mean, really. First off, don't talk shit about Computer. He is the best damn drummer on this planet. How dare he? Computer is the man. I continue. Even someone with autism would feel so afraid of this record, it's like witnessing your family being a bunch of hammered drunks, getting into fistfights with busted bottles of beer, and the result ends in bleeding. This shit is horrible. This is child abuse. Thank goodness I don't have kids to witness such a bad creativity and all that junk. It's a shame. It's a shame. We live in an overpopulated world filled with a bunch of no talents, and it's these people who get all the attention, even if it's not good. Which in this case, it's not. This is something you'd probably see on Adult Swim as a serious band, but in real life instead. I even wonder what Beavis and Butthead would think of these guys. Probably just mindlessly laugh at their work. Even they would likely have the sense of knowing they, the band, have actual difficulties creating material that would be classified as good, which is sad considering it's coming from brain-dead idiots themselves. Are they releasing this shit on purpose? Are they even smart enough? Who knows? Fuck this and fuck them. The end. That was Evil Allen's review of Cardboard Dick Smash's album, Garbage. Pretty solid review. So, yeah. I like the album. I think it's a lot better than their previous releases, which the only good thing I had to say about the previous releases and reviews I've done was I like the song titles. No, I actually genuinely dig this album, Garbage. We've talked about it before when we had Keegan on the show, and yeah, I like the album. If you're into like thrash and death metal and fucking pizza thrash and party thrash and just fucking really shitty metal, listen to Garbage by Car Door Dick Smash. So yeah, Ivelo Solaf. Is that a better pronunciation? Is that a better pronunciation? Ivelo. Again, I can change the accent. Just let me know. Said this guy did not spell check very well. He didn't spell check. He didn't grammar check. He added words in that didn't need to be there. Yeah, it was bad. Like, if you're going to review something, at least, like, take some time with it. Thrash grind. Thank you, Austin Hill. AJ in the comments says, my fucking evil twin. Of course. My evil twin is the opposite of me. So he does grammar horribly, but he's got a huge penis. I see what you did there. That is a drink break brought to you by me, Podcastrophe. I'm not Podcastrophe. I'm Dick. But that drink break was brought to you by Podcastrophe. Yep. So go ahead, guys. Keep on talking to me in the comments. Let's see what we got. Just call me Ivo, my dude. Okay, Ivo. Evo? Evo or Ivo? I it could go both ways. I'm just saying. Yeah, we got some good comments coming. Hopefully they'll keep coming. And this isn't quite a boring episode. I'm only 17 minutes into this, and I gotta like somehow make this an hour, maybe. So yeah, give me stuff to talk about, guys. I don't have a lot. Last Friday, we went ahead. Where are my co-hosts? I already explained where my co-hosts are. Tyler's at work, and Matt is, I don't know where he's at. He said he couldn't come tonight. I offered to do the show tomorrow night, which is Wednesday. He said, I can't this week. So no co-hosts this week. Whatever. But anyway, so last Friday, the IMAX here in town finally opened up, and Miranda and I checked it out. We went and saw Men in Black International. First off, the IMAX is pretty sweet. We were actually pretty shocked at the attendance. There was hardly anybody there. I mean, there was a lot of cars there. Like it was pretty packed car wise. We could still find parking spot, but it was fairly packed. And but the IMAX itself, like we got right in, got the seats we pretty much wanted. No issue. And yeah, it's nice. My only complaint is the seats. They're a little like they rock. They got good cushion. They're comfortable, but they sit too straight up. And despite the fact that they rock, it's kind of pointless to rock in them or like lean back in them because you got nowhere to really put your feet to like hold yourself back. So it's just not that great seat wise. I don't know why they didn't just put the reclining seats that the other theaters have in it, but it is what it is, I guess. As far as the movie, Men in Black International, I'd give it maybe 6.5 or 7 out of 10. No 5 out of 7 here today. Not a perfect movie. And by that, I mean, I didn't spot anything like wrong with it, like writing wise or anything. I don't really pay attention to that unless it's really bad. I try to just enjoy movies. I try to just watch a movie and enjoy it, be entertained by it. If it really sucks, I'll say it really sucks. If it entertained me, I'll say it's good. That's about. I mean, I'll even ignore like bad acting for the most part. Like, if it's really bad, okay, maybe. If it's supposed to be really bad, I'll ignore it, and I'll be like, okay, it's supposed to be really bad. But this movie, I don't know. There were a lot of times where it just didn't feel like a Men in Black movie. And I don't know if that's just because Men in Black to me is Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones or something else. I don't know. Because the last Men in Black movie, Men in Black 3, that we got back in 2011, 2012, it didn't have a lot of Tommy Lee Jones in it. It was Will Smith and, what's his name? Josh Brolin, who did an amazing impression of a young Tommy Lee Jones. Like, he was spot on for that character. You couldn't beat it. You couldn't beat it at all. But anyway, so this movie stars Chris Hemsworth, and I don't know her name. I can't remember her name, but she was alongside him in Thor Ragnarok as Valkyrie. Stars both of them, and also Liam Neeson, who was great. I love Liam Neeson. I think he should be in just about every single movie in some way or another. Even if he's just like an extra in the background. You know, I think he should be there. I definitely think he should be there. Again, this movie just at times didn't feel like a Men in Black movie. It just felt like some weird, quirky sci-fi action movie. Yeah, just, I don't know. It fell short. It fell short. I was entertained. The supposed bad guys were pretty cool. I say supposed because spoilers. I guess if you don't want to, I don't really need to go into spoiler territory with this because I'm not sitting here discussing the movie with anybody. But the enemies were really cool. Or the baddies. There are these two guys, and when they're in their, I guess, natural form, they kind of look like the universe, like they embody the universe, and it was neat. It was a really neat visual how they and how they interacted with the world and all that, and they were basically energy. That's the best way I could describe it. They were energy. They were the universe, but it turns out they were like an actual species of something from an actual star system and planet or whatever. So they were really cool. Chris Hemsworth was great. He was funny. He's just being Chris Hemsworth, you know. The score for this movie was really great. I mean, same typical music you get in all the other movies. AJ sent me a link. Let's open it up. It's hopefully worth a watch. I'm gonna start this over. I love this. Oh, thank you, AJ. That is like one of my favorite videos of all time. Just because the guy fucking he goes so ham when he yells, "If she breathes, she's a thought." Like when he gets to thought, he just goes so ham, and I love it. And of course, the super respect, like the super nerd that like respects all women, the White Knight, the internet White Knight. All women should be treated as queens. You're right. All women should be treated as queens as long as they deserve it, you know. And I say that in a very meaningful way. Like, I'm sorry, women. Not all of y'all are perfect. Some of you are pretty shitty. Some of you, not all of you, but there are shitty ones out there. And you know, there are just shitty people in general. And I think if you're a good person, you should be treated good. If you're a bad person, fuck you. You know. I think that's just like a rule of thumb. You know, the golden rule. Respect. Treat others as you would like to be treated. You know? Yeah, AJ just said it. Respect should come as a base aspect regardless of gender. Yeah. I mean, it's such a weird concept, respect, because you got those people that's like, well, I'm not going to respect anybody until they earn my respect. If you're gonna get my respect, you got to respect me. It takes respect to get respect. Bleh. Now, I think on a base level, like you said, on a base level, everyone should be respected. I think respect doesn't need to be gained, although it can be gained. More can be gained. I think that you got your tier 1 respect, and that's baseline respect. I think respect can be gained further, and then you go to tier 2 or whatever. We're gonna level up your respect. Gonna level that shit up. More respect gained. Cool. Like, I really look up to you or respect you. Awesome. But so going back to baseline respect, I think respect can be lost. So you go to negative. It's like a polarity. It's a I'm drawing a blank on the word, but it's like in a video game where you have two different sides. You got your evil side and you got your good side, Paradigm shift. Whatever, words. He says, yes, you fucking dick with it, and that's why I love you so much. Yeah, it's a morality. It's a morality shift. If you lose respect, you're no longer at base level. I'm sorry. Like, you can get respect and you can lose respect, depending on where you go. But everybody should have a base level of respect. And then if someone is shitty, then they lose that respect. That's just how it goes. Click. What about click? What are you saying to me, AJ? What are you saying? Sorry for the audio listeners. You're going to hear me talking to the chat a lot today. Another drink break brought to you by Podcastrophe. JK. That one's for Brews with Dudes. Because I'm drinking a Strawberry Cough Slushy XL, one of my last two. Really needed to drink it, so I busted it out. It's good stuff. It's still really good. Oh, I click with it. Well, you literally said. Oh, okay. Sorry. He said I click with it, and that's why I love you. I said he said I dick with it. I guess, it makes sense either way, because me dicking with it is me messing around with the idea and going over all the different little pieces of it and figuring out I'm putting pieces where they belong and seeing where they can go. I'm dicking with it, but I guess clicking with it, yeah, I get that too. Yeah, my monitor's a little far away. It's a little hard to read some of these things. Some letters blend together. They blend together and become a whole new letter. That's that. Yeah, I'm drinking Strawberry Cough Slushy XL from 450 North, and it's still really delicious. This is from their April 20th release. AJ asks, when are you going to introduce musical guests onto your show? Not as a talk, but performing a song or something. I've done that in the past. Nope, I've done that a couple times. My buddy Richard, rest in peace, Rolo the Destroyer. He was on the show a few times last year, and he performed acoustic songs of his own, jingles, if you will. They were really funny. I have on this feed you can download one of his songs. It's a song he recorded or he played for the show the first time he was on the show, and it's called Lesbian Seagull. So if you just look through our available episodes, you can download that, or I can also send you a download link to that song. It's called Lesbian Seagull. It's really short. It's pretty funny. But I love it. I love that song. I loved it when Richard sang. It was always really good. Miss that guy. I really miss that guy. He for those who don't know or haven't been listening religiously, I guess, Richard passed away a couple months ago, and it was a huge bummer. And I miss that guy. I miss that guy a lot, and I wish he could be here. I wish he could be on this show more and again, but that's just how life goes. So, but yeah, check out Lesbian Sequel somewhere on this feed, or ask for a download link, and I'll send it to you. Because again, it was just good stuff. So yeah, that's that. Let's see. But other than that, I had my buddy Josh McKinney. Way back before I even had co-hosts. I had Josh on the show, and he did he did a couple songs on that. He did Outside by Stained, and then I think he did an original. I feel like he did an original, but I can't remember. It's been so long. I can't even remember the title of that episode. So Pod Daddy Nate, if you're still watching, maybe you can be our R&D department or the archivist and check out, try to figure out what that episode is titled and throw it up in the chat. It'd be much appreciated if you're still here, which I don't know if you are. You're not chatting, so probably not. Keep on going with the interaction, AJ. I almost, at the beginning of this, when I saw you were here in the chat, I was like, dude, just go ahead and come on over. Thanks, Ivo. Evo. Still don't know whether I should call you Ivo or Evo. You spelled it with an I, but that can be pronounced E sometimes, especially over in Europe. I don't know if you're European, but yeah. Go ahead and, again, keep up with the interaction, and thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm like all by myself, rambling to myself, and you guys are still here, and that's really awesome. I really appreciate it. It's normally not like this. Normally I have people to talk to and people to talk to each other, and we have like really good conversation on here. For those listening, watching, all that, I would like to say we do have a Patreon still. It's completely optional. You get you don't get any extra. You're not going to get any extra content there. We're not going to hold anything back. Everything content-wise we do is free and 100% for the fans. So, but if you decide to check out, I knew it. I knew it was pronounced with an E. I am awesome. Evo. AJ says, I would have stopped by if I hadn't gotten back from work by 6. That's all right, AJ. We appreciate you being here, or I appreciate you being here. If you can't tell, there's nobody here. But yeah, what was I saying? Patreon. We got a couple tiers. There's like a $1 tier. There's a $5 tier, $10, whatever. It just shows your support and helps us, do better things. It's a monthly thing. You just pledge X amount of money. You'll get perks depending on which tier you choose. And yeah. So if you pay monthly, that money builds up and it saves up money for us, and we can afford like better gear, more merchandise, all that stuff. It's just really appreciated, and because we really appreciate our fans, those who watch and listen to us every week. I definitely do. This show's my baby. This show's my passion. I've never, before doing this podcast, I always had a lot of passion, mainly music. I dabbled in writing, I dabbled in photography, but music was always my main gig, and be it vocals or guitar. Mainly vocals, because I am not that good at guitar. I've dabbled so much in guitar, and it's really just something for fun. It's never been something like I wanted to do like professionally, because I never actually officially learned how to play. I just taught myself very poorly. I don't practice. Hell, I barely play now. I have like upwards of probably $3,000 or $4,000 worth of guitar shit, and I barely use it. But hopefully that's going to change soon. I'm getting a new amp soon. I'm getting a Rev D20. I'm very excited for it. But yeah, guitar was always cool, but vocals were my main gig. I always loved doing vocals. I loved recording. I tried getting into the mixing and recording world, production. I love it. Which doing that, getting the gear for that is kind of what led me to podcasting, along with my friends, Brandon and Nate Phillips of Journey into Comics Network. Kudos to that guy. Also, Brandon Stone of Game Addicts Podcast, who's been on the show quite a bit. Yeah, I owe it to those guys, and of course, the Rooster Teeth podcast, because like they're the big inspiration for this show. AJ asked, why aren't we jamming out on guitars though? Because I suck. You don't want to hear that. Evo says, same here. Got an acrylic Les Paul propped up next to me, and it just kind of sits there. Yeah, I got a Chapman Ghost Fret ESP F100 Paul Reed Smith CE24 and Hamer. I got a couple guitars over there. I also got a Razorback in its case, Dean Razorback. Music always my passion. It got very discouraging after a while, because like I had a band, then I got my job and I didn't have a band anymore. So I tried doing vocal covers. I tried joining other bands and starting other bands. I have my project, The Fallen Mind, which did about 5 or 6 songs. We re-recorded a song last year, or maybe it was the year before. It was last year, and it was great. But that kind of fell off because I have major writer's block. Will, the other person in The Fallen Mind, sends me these amazing songs, and I'm just like, this is amazing. I would jam out to this. I have so many ideas for it, but none of them ever work. So like the writer's block it's real. And then, so the production world, I really got into mixing and editing music, and mostly vocals. I love mixing vocals. But that led to podcasting, and podcasting is like one of those things that's I hate to sound lazy, because so if you know me, little effort, but no, podcasting is one of those things that's allowed me to really work on something without putting in a lot of effort. But at the same time, I'm putting in to me, it's a lot of effort, because like it is my passion. It's my new passion, and I love doing this. I love talking and conversing with people, and getting new people on this show, and getting new people on this show together, and seeing how they interact with each other and how they interact with my co-hosts. Like, that's a big deal to me. And I love the conversations that happen. I love how deep they can go. I love how crazy they can go. I love how stupid they can go. Like, this show can really do anything, and I love that. I also love doing this live stream stuff. Like, it allows the people to really get an eye, like, see what is going on when we record, and then in turn also interact. So it's really cool that I have this, and it's definitely taken over my passion of music. Like, the passion for music's still there. I love listening to music. I love singing. I love screaming. I love playing guitar. I love mixing music still. I love doing it all. I love learning about it. I love learning about gear. But yeah, podcasting has definitely taken over as my main passion and my main outlet. This is catharsis for me. Like, this is my time to really vent and relax. This is my relaxation time. Every week, I get this time to really just sit here and relax, while also accomplishing something. I'm accomplishing the recording of a podcast that hopefully a bunch of people are going to listen to or watch. I mean, we don't get a ton of downloads right now because we don't have a ton of followers. I don't know the exact statistics, how many followers I have on all the other platforms, but maybe we got like 11 to 15 followers on Podbean. So like, I don't know. It's a slow grind. Like we're definitely, I know we're still getting a lot of downloads on the Journey into Comics network, which that might be changing. I don't know what we're gonna do in terms of the Journey into Comics network feed for Podcastrophe. Like I want to do something different to maybe drive people over to the Podcastrophe feed. I don't know if I'm gonna just do like a shortened like version of the podcast where like I just take like the first 15-20 minutes of the show and only get that's all the Journey into Comics feed gets, and be like, hey, if you want more, check out the Podcastrophe feed over on podcastrophe.podbean.com. But I don't know what I want to do, because I also don't want to alienate that audience. If anything, I do want them to come over here, but I also can't make them come over here. So, I mean, if you're on the Journey into Comics network and you really enjoy this show, please give us a like, give us a subscribe on any of the podcasting services that you listen to, because we're probably there. Just hit up Podcastrophe and follow us, because, you know, on top of the main show that you get every Thursday, you get bonus content whenever we do it. And, you know, that's 100% free. You don't have to, there's no Patreon exclusive content. You get it all. So there's that. So I'm getting comments again. AJ says, next time Tyler comes back on, can you ask him about the chicken? He'll know what it means. But have you checked out paramotors? Because those are an amazing passion to get into. Paramotors. I don't know what that is. Evo says, do you watch any of Anderton's TV stuff on YouTube? It's pretty good if you want to know stuff about music gear, and you just get to watch a bunch of dudes just jam and shred together. This is definitely the 17th episode, 94. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Josh. It's not. I mean, I don't know how many times it may have went live, but welcome back, Josh. It's been a while since I've seen you in the feed. But yeah, I think I've watched some of Anderton's. I mostly stick to Ryan Fluff Bruce and Jared Dines, at Spectre Media Group with Glenn Fricker, maybe some Ola England stuff. Rob Scallon, of course. You know, I try to keep up with all those YouTube channels. Rabia Masad. He's awesome guitar player. Frog Leap Studios, all that. I try to keep up with as many of them as I can. Anderton is not on my like subscription list, so like I don't check out a lot of their stuff. I definitely every so often check out Rob Chapman and what he has to do. Shit. I try to watch as much as I can. I'll just put it that way. But I mostly stick to Fluff's channel. I learn a lot from them. I listened to URM, the URM Academy, which is Unstoppable Recording Machine. Joey Sturgis Tones. Joey Sturgis Tones provides a lot of the plugins that I use on this podcast. I use gain reduction, Transify, all that stuff. Evo says, so we pretty much watch the same stuff. Rob Chapman and Rabia are on Anderton's a whole lot. Yeah, they are. I'm subscribed to Rabia, but I'm not subscribed to Rob Chappers or Anderton's. So I mostly just watch them whenever they come up in my recommended stuff, and if it looks cool, which isn't very often, unfortunately. Yeah, occasionally I'll get a hankering and be like, all right, what's Chapman up to? What kind of guitars are they selling? They're doing the Exotic Wood series for the anniversary of the Ghost Fret, and there's one. Let me see if I can find that, because that was really awesome. I'm gonna see if I can find this. Oh no, I cap locked the shit out of that. Guitars. There's one of the Exotic Ghost Fret exotic wood ghost frets. Just looks amazing. Guitars, British standards. All right, time to go to Instagram. I know it was on Instagram. Chapman Guitars. All right. So, we're over here. Checking this out. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it's this one right here. This Swamp Ash Bad Blood. Swamp Ash. I like it. I like that. Oh, yeah, I kind of want that. I mean, I like all of these. I really like the wood that they and the paint jobs that they do. It's more of like a stain than a paint job, and it's kind of got like a satin finish to it, but it's I don't know, it's weird. Especially on my Ghost Fret, I love it. But I really like this, and I want it. I want it bad. But yeah, I can't even remember what I was talking about. Another drink break brought to you by Dungeons with Dudes, where they have dungeons and dragons and flagons. Oh, I love that bumper that Nate did. It's just so, yep. Evo voted for the second one. They're all nice. Kind of hard to pick. You're right. I want to pick up another. I want to get another Chapman. I definitely want to get another Chapman guitar because so I've got my PRS. I love that guitar. That is my favorite guitar. Actually, I'll go get that right now for the live feed. Sorry, audio, you can't see it. Ugh. Yeah, this is my baby. This is my custom 22 or 24. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, I love this guitar. It plays so nice. And you just can't beat it. Can't beat it at all. I love this guitar. I love how my wife texts me knowing that I can't just stop talking. Yeah, I can't remember what we were talking about, but wherever we were at, I don't know. Talk to me, chat feed. Talk to me. I need you. I'm calling upon you. AJ, where did you go? I need you. Explain to me this paramotors thing. Like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. AJ, he's been on the show before. He's been on Brews with Dudes quite a bit. He's definitely on Dungeons with Dudes a lot. So check out Brews with Dudes and Dungeons with Dudes. Both hosted by Nick Maxon. Dungeons with Dudes also hosted by Dave Linder. Great shows. Good stuff. Check my phone. I just checked my phone. I can't respond. If I respond, that's dead air. I don't have somebody else here to talk to. Just trying to let's go over this. We're trying to order pizza. So my choices are 1 large and a Parmesan twist from Domino's, or 2 medium and breadstick from Pizza Hut. I'm going to go with Pizza Hut. So, Miranda, if you're watching, I would like the 2 medium and breadsticks from Pizza Hut. That is my choice. And I'm sticking with it. Evo says, well, I'm going to say it. If you're not doing anything Thursday night, come down and hang out with us. We're recording at some point. What do you mean? Where am I going? Yeah. Go into more detail on that. And AJ, where the fuck are you? I need you. Yeah. Still waiting on some comments. Sorry, audio. This is a super laid back episode. Like, you're probably not going to get anything like this ever again. I hope not. I hope the next time I do a solo cast, I have more of a plan. But back to the topic of like passions and what we're passionate about. We're both part of Podmates group. Yes, we are. Shout out to the Podmates group. There's a lot of great people in there, a lot of great shows. So if you are a podcaster, check out the Podmates group on Facebook, and then check out all the shows on there. Like, there are some great shows. Shout out to all of them, and if hopefully they shout me out. It says we record our podcast on Thursday night usually. What's your podcast about? Let me know. I might be able to do it next week. This week not so much. Yeah, let me know. I'm in Indiana, United States, so I'm on that time. I think I'm on Eastern time, so definitely. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can check out. Do some cross promotion, cross guesting, all that. Yeah. Back to passions. I think everyone should have something they're passionate about. Have like a hobby that it's kind of like it's their creative, not only creative release, but just their release in general. Something that they can fall back on, per se. Like something that they do regularly, like at a scheduled time that they're like, all right, it's this time of the week. It's that day of the week, Today is my day that I do this. So, yeah, I think everybody should have that. It's really awesome. Voices from behind. We just give a movie each every week, and we talk about it the week after. Interesting. I might be into that. I can't promise. I like movies. I like movies. We're hopefully going to have a show on the network here pretty soon. I don't know if it's going to be on the network or on the Podcastrophe feed, but more than likely on the network. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it. It involves movies, and it involves one of my favorite people in this whole world. So that's the only clues you're going to get. Yeah, I think everybody should have a passion, and everybody should have like designated time to do that passion. Like this, I have every Tuesday night is my podcast time. As the time I get guaranteed that I can do this, and I get to relax doing it and enjoy myself doing it, and it's an outlet. It's an outlet for sure. That drink break was brought to you by Crucial Tunes on the Journey into Comics Network. I'm making fun of Nate because he does his solo cast, and whenever he does it, he takes drinks of water, and he dedicates it to Pour 360 on every Tuesday on the Journey into Comics Network. Yeah. Why don't you ever dedicate that to Podcastrophe? I mean, I get why you do it, because it's the show that comes after Journey into Comics. It's the next day, but it is what it is. Running on fumes here now, so I don't know what else to say unless somebody comes up in the chat with something to talk about real quick. I'm probably just gonna cut this. If you don't already, check out 450 North Brewing, because amazing beer. Amazing beer. Also, check out Rev Amplification. They make really amazing amps that I can't wait to get my hands on. Until then, I have these pedals. I have a Rev G4 and a Rev G3. They're based off of the channels of the Rev Generator 120, their 120 watt amp. Like I said, the G4 is based off of the red channel. It's a really saturated feel. It's got a really saturated, gainy sound. While the Rev G3, which is not currently anywhere near me, it's based off of the purple channel of the Rev Generator 120, and it is a tighter gain sound. I don't know which one I like more. There's also the G2, which is green. It's based off the green channel, which is kind of more of like an overdrive. It's meant to be more of like an overdrive for the clean channel, or it works really well with the other pedals and colors the sound really well. I don't have that one. I think it's available for pre-order now, but I'm currently waiting on my Rev D20, which is mostly a clean amp. It can be pushed to like a crunch or an overdriven clean, but it's mostly like a pedal amp. Like it's meant to have pedals plugged into it, and it takes the sound from those pedals very well. I've loved all the reviews I've seen of it. I plan on doing a review on this channel. Hopefully get someone to actually play, like that can actually play guitar, to play on it. And that drink break was brought to you by Foodies Watching Movies. And Adulting Ain't Easy. Both of them. Yep. All right, got another comment. You said you liked metal. Any opinions on Opeth so you're not left hanging? Thank you. You might need to ask me another question, because Opeth is one of those bands that I've never gotten into. I never really listened to them. I don't have much to say. I've heard them. I'm pretty sure I liked what I heard, but it wasn't enough to like get me into them. I really like what's his name? Mikael Ackerfeld. I think that's the singer's name. He used to be in Bloodbath. I love Bloodbath. Great fucking death metal right there. Nightmares Made Flesh, which didn't have him. It's such an amazing album. The song Eaten is so fucking brutal. It is such a brutal song. I love that song, and I don't care how disgusting the lyrics are. They are so good. And the story behind the song is so good. The vocalist on that album was just so insanely brutal. The guitar tone is so crushingly... I love it. Like, it's just crushingly evil. Good stuff. I love Bloodbath. I like Bloodbath. Check out Bloodbath and their album. If you're into death metal and you haven't already, if you like this should be like a staple in every death metal fan's collection. Bloodbath, Nightmares Made Flesh. That album just slays all the way through. Got another comment. Ooh, so you like the really heavy stuff? Yes, I do. I like it all. Honestly, I really like it all. I don't like there's a few bands I really don't like Cradle of Filth. I don't know. I hate Volbeat. I really hate Volbeat. I like everything. Like, I like really mellow stuff. I like Seether. I love Seether and Stained. I'll go from that to fucking Bloodbath. I'll go from that. I mean, I can just run down my music list right now, just from my phone. I got All That Remains. I even like newer All That Remains. That's how bad it gets. That's how bad my music taste is. I like new All That Remains. As I Lay Day, August Burns Red, Bad Wolves, Battlecross, Beartooth, Between the Buried and Me. There's Bloodbath, Car Door Dick Smash, shout out. A Day to Remember. I got Disturbed on here. I got Fit for a King and Five Finger Death Punch, Flaw, Gemini Syndrome, Godsmack. I'm wearing a fucking Good Charlotte shirt for the record. Like, that's just where my music taste goes. It's all over the place. I mean, but it's mostly in the realm of rock. And I believe metal is a form of rock. It's just an extreme form of rock. I got Light the Torch, Linkin Park, Lamb of God, Mark Morton, Mudvayne, Of Mice and Men, Papa Roach, Parkway Drive. Parkway Drive is my favorite band. Just saying. Rest Repose. Huge Rest Repose fan. Bums me out they're not a band anymore, but they're now Dragged Under, and I'm excited to see where that goes. I did a stream last week. I think it was last week. I did a hangout stream, and I played the new Dragged Under song. So if you go back on the Facebook pages streams, you can just watch that hangout. I did a lot of I watched E3 footage and trailers. Let's see, Seether, Serpentine Dominion, Stone Sour, Sum 41, Threat Signal. Ooh, Threat Signal. That's a fun band. They're not doing too much these days. I think they released a CD last year, maybe the year before. But Threat Signal, I don't think too many people know about that band. They've got like 5 CDs out, and they never got insanely huge, big enough to tour around. I was fortunate enough to see them with Black Tide in a town nearby me. They played with Black Tide, and they were supposed to play with Affiance, which is another band I was really into that's now broken up. Threat Signal. It's like super technical. They have really awesome screaming. They have really awesome cleans. It sounds like a really hardcore Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. Like, I hate that I have to like say from Linkin Park, like as if nobody, like there's somebody out there that doesn't know who Chester Bennington is or was and what band he belonged to. But there's got to be somebody out there, as lame as they are, that doesn't know who Chester Bennington is. And I pity them because Chester was amazing. If we got any more comments, let them go. Let them fly. Let's see what we can get. Then I'm gonna call it a day. I've managed to hit an hour solo, even though a lot of it was just rambling and pointless. I pity the audio listeners. I pity them. If you haven't tried them, listen to some of Behemoth's new stuff. It's a lot more diverse than their older stuff. Unprocessed are fucking amazing too. I haven't heard of Unprocessed. I don't know that one, but I have heard a little Behemoth back in the day. I think the song I'm familiar with is "Slave Shall Serve," which my buddy Corey does this incredible Borat impression where he's talking about like if Borat was the singer for Behemoth. It's so great. I'll have to get him to do that next time if he's ever on the show, which I talked to him today about being on the show, and we'll get him on here. It'll be a fun time. But Behemoth, I'm going to see them with Slipknot later, a couple months from now. Unfortunately, Volbeat's there. I'm not into that, but I'll see it for like the new. I want to hear more Slipknot. It's been a while since I've seen them, and they got new music, so I'm gonna check that out. My wife's never seen Slipknot, and she likes Slipknot, so I'm excited for that show. I'm sure she is too. I want to say it's Behemoth, Gojira, and Volbeat opening for Slipknot. It's like super fucking, you're either getting super incredible and heavy or super butt rocky with Volbeat. I hate Volbeat so fucking much. I hate them. But I'm gonna lay low on Behemoth. I know you're telling me to check them out, and I will. But I there's sometimes that I want to experience a band live. Like if I haven't listened to them at hardly at all, I would prefer to, and I know I'm going to see them. I want to experience them first live. Like I did that with Iron Maiden. As crazy as it sounds, like I knew what they sounded like. I'd heard The Trooper, I'd heard Run to the Hills and Number of the Beast. I'd heard all that, but like I never dived in. I never dived into their discography and checked them out. I wanted to. So when it came time, they were coming around, and I saw all my friends were going to this concert. I was like, I'm gonna go see Iron Maiden. So I went. I saw Iron Maiden. I was blown the fuck away. I loved the whole show. It was just so incredible. It was such a fun show. I went with Nick Max and A Brews with Dudes, and Austin Hill was there. Bunch of us, just a bunch of us, and I had such a good time. After that, I was hooked on Iron Maiden. Like, goddamn, I can't believe it took me I think I was 26 or I was 27 at the time. Yeah, I was 27. So it was 2 years ago, coming up on 2 years ago. And, yeah, I really dug that show. And I'm glad I went to it because it got me into Iron Maiden. And here I am. I think I actually talked about that. I talked, in the pre-Podcastrophe days back when I was doing just segments for Journey into Comics. I talked about my concert experience with Iron Maiden. That was really cool. But I think that's gonna do it. So, thank you, Evo, for watching and chatting with me, interacting with me. It's been a really good time. Hopefully we can work something out podcast wise. And for those listening, thank you for listening. Thank you so much. If you stuck around this long of me just rambling, thank you so much for listening to me bullshit with you. As always, you can check us out live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Well, hopefully YouTube and Twitch next time. But you can check us out there live every Tuesday and whenever we go live, of course. But mainly every Tuesday is our main show, roughly around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Or you can check us out on the Journey into Comics feed, Journey into Comics Network, where you get all the other shows like Brews with Dudes, Dungeons with Dudes, Journey into Comics, Crucial Tunes, Adulting Ain't Easy, Foodies Watching Movies, Voice of Survival, and just all the other shows. There's so many shows. So, let's see here. Big comment. It says, Volbeat, not great. Vodem are also amazing. They're a Polish prog metal band. Enjoy the rest of your night, dude. P.S. Yeah, we should work something out. Yeah, dude, we should. But anyway, if you're on the Journey into Comics feed and you haven't already, please come on over to the Podcastrophe feed where you will get Podcastrophe every week, of course, every Thursday. And then you also get any extra content we produce, which will happen sporadically, randomly. Who knows? We might have more exclusive content coming your way that will happen regularly. I don't know. But until then, I've been Dick. You've been the audience, the fans, the people with no lives just listening to me rant and ramble. But yeah, please, if that is all, please make every day a big dick day. Bye, guys.
Woke up this morning with my dick in my hand. Girl is to the right of me, just like our plan. It's gonna be a big dick day. 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 Big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day. It's gonna be a big dick day.